Here it is, the anonymous story that I promised I was going to post today, so let's just jump in. Just kidding, y'all know how I do. If you have a relationship story, you can anonymously DM me. I do not share relationship stories and drop names for legal reasons. So yeah, if y'all have like a really traumatic story you want to send it to me. I met him in 2016 at Starbucks. We started talking after connecting through a local Pokemon Go Facebook page. We hung out, played the game together, and it felt innocent at first. I had no idea what was coming. By 2018, I had our daughter. That's when things really changed in our relationship. He'd be mean when I cried, then suddenly want to be intimate. He'd call me a terrible mom, yell afterward, and tell me not to tell my therapist certain things. Red flag right there. He was always talking to other women at that time. He was living with his grandma and uncle. And the way he talked to me was horrible. He said he had a bad relationship with his own mom, but somehow he got extremely close with mine instead. When I was pregnant, he cheated on me. After our daughter was born, he acted over the moon in front of everyone. But privately, he put me down and offered no support. I had a C-section, and during that first month of motherhood, I was in pain, exhausted, and depressed. We lived in a 3-story house, and I was stuck on the top floor most days. He wouldn't even help with the dog. I had to do it myself. She told me she actually had to take the dog out to pee, and like the dog would just be left if she didn't do it herself. I felt hopeless. He stayed glued to his computer, playing games. We were living separately for a bit. Him with my brother, me with my mom. That was what worked for us at the time. He went back to work at a cafe, but later got fired for being involved inappropriately with young women. He never had money, spent everything on video games, and even when we did make joint accounts, bills still didn't get paid. By July of 2019, I decided to take control of my life. I started dog grooming school and left my baby with my mom while I worked. That month, he cheated again. One of my mom's coworkers told her he'd been messaging her around 3 a.m. While I was training, he was a manager, and he knew she was a minor because it was listed on the work schedule. When I confronted him, he claimed he didn't know. He had also been making a younger employee uncomfortable, someone connected to my own family. Later, when she worked at another restaurant with him, he kept doing it, hugging her, touching her, making her so uncomfortable that she ended up quitting. In 2020, he followed my mom to a new job. We were talking about her mom and him getting close. Well, she and him actually went and got another job. They both became managers at the same place. That's when even more issues with other younger people started happening. I was uncomfortable with how close he and my mom had gotten at that point. He started talking to a new girl who had just turned 18 before he and I had fully split. I had access to his Snapchat and saw the messages. I knew what was going on. Man, that's a really crazy place to be, and I'm sorry. Like, that's just really hard to see that happening right in front of your eyes. He was lazy, barely involved with our daughter, and didn't pay bills. I tried to talk to that girl, but she wouldn't believe me. Later, I found out he cheated on her too. She was the one who finally kicked him out. After finding out he'd been abusive toward her sister's kids. After that, things got worse. The new girl started threatening me. I had to get a protective order, but he violated it. I didn't report it because I was scared of what he might do. There were physical altercations too. He ran over my foot once. He'd grabbed my arm hard enough to leave bruises. He even headbutted me once and told me, "You shouldn't have come behind me." I started fighting back, but he twisted everything to make it look like I was the crazy one. The last time I heard from him was April of 2025, and that's the day I finally realized silence was safer than his version of love. This isn't just like a drama page, it's a trauma page. So if you've been through something like this or even similar, comment some words of encouragement to her. She is, trying to get past this part of her life, but just if you've been through something similar, what's the one piece of advice that you would give her? Drop it in the comments.